Hello everyone, Larry Satchwell here. This package arrived while I was in Texas visiting my grandchildren. I'm looking forward to this. This is another smart bird feeder, but this is a Wisamic and has 160-degree super wide angle lens on it. Let's get into this. 1080 HD camera in it again. In one of those child-proof packaging. The user guide right on top here. Looks like it has a couple of stickers for your drilling guide and a past inspection sticker. See right off, I have a little hummingbird feeder. Hummingbirds are going to appreciate that. Little rubber cap in here. Another box to open. This is a solar panel. And the antenna is in here as well. Dig a little deeper. Oh, this is heavy. I like that. This is the heaviest bracket I've ever received. I think you heard that flop there. And there's the feeder. And way down at the bottom here is the perch. Dig into the instructions here. But like all of these, you can't ship them with a loaded battery, so this is going to have to charge. And it usually takes about 3 to 5 hours for these to fully charge. So I'm going to go plug this in and see if we can't get it mounted this afternoon. I'll be back. There are two ways to charge this. I charged it through the top here, but you can also charge it through the back, and that's the little port where the solar panel goes on. I like these big slots here. I think that's going to be good for drainage, so I need to take this off. That's on there really good. There we go. And now I'm going to switch over to screen filming. So this is going to take the Viacom app. I already have that installed. It's right here, so I'll touch that. Several of my other devices, my security cameras, can't see this. This is, this is my password. Since I've already set this all up, you'll probably have to see that again. So I've got my security cameras on here and a couple of other bird cameras. Everything's blown away. I want to hit the plus sign, add a new device. So I'm going to long press the power button, which is right here, right on top. You can't miss it. And you're going to hear that prompt. So I heard that, I saw the sound and the light. Now it's searching for things. This wants to try to activate itself. And I don't think there's any reason for me to keep this off of there anymore. And there is what it's looking for. So this is stuff I can't show you. It's my network and my password. So I'm going to go to the next step. I've confirmed that. I'm going to ask this to join. Got it? All right, so it's connecting. I'm going to ask it to join. There it is. It's already found the device. This could not be simpler. All right. Now it wants to show the camera to this QR code. And sometimes this can be tricky. You want to hold it about 6 to 15 inches away. Keep playing with it. Don't give up.
Connection succeeded.
Connection succeeded. So now I'm going to cancel that. Oh, it wants to cancel my screen videotaping since it hooked onto that camera. So I may have to voice over this, but this is where it's found it. I'm debating, but I think I'm going to put this in the garden and trade it out with one of the other bird feeders. So I'll go to the next step, is checking my Wi-Fi signal. That may not be very strong right now because I don't have the antenna hooked in. So let me hook in the antenna. It may not pick up down there, but I think it will. That should confirm my single strength, which is weak, but it'll get better here in a minute. I want to use the solar panel, and I'm going to choose the installation. This is all how to set up your camera. And I should be recording. Let's see. And again, the camera will probably, there it is. The sound will cut out because I'm now recording on the camera. Easy peasy. Now, let's get the rest of this set up. It's not hard. A couple of things I want to point out that I really like, but let me switch over to my iPhone camera. All right, a couple of things unique to this camera that I really like. I don't think you should try to feed the birds and the hummingbirds at the same time. Right now, we have hummingbirds that are only going to be around here for about another month. So I have other feeders on the property, so I'm going to choose not to fill this feeder at this time. And it has a little compartment here to block that off. Now, if you wanted to do both at the same time, I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. The way these screw in here, and they're pretty far out, and I may try that towards the end of hummingbird season. So there's not a lot to do here. This goes on here like this, and one of the thumb screws they provide you with goes right there, and that's done. I'll put this back in there more securely. This way, no birds are going to try to go up in there or get caught. But like I was saying, the feeders are quite a bit away from the other feeders. But I'm going to start it off like this. I don't want to put those in there now. And the lid is unique on this one. So it has a little part in here and then a snap on there. So I'll put the one side in there, and then I can snap it on. So this one there we go, opens from the side, and I think it'll get easier to open and close once I've used it a few times, because right now it's hard. Maybe it'll be easier when I get it set up. Okay, let's go down to the garden and set this thing up. So we're in the garden. I decided to put the feeder right here for now. This is a little flower garden Ethan made for me as an ag project a couple of years ago. This is a cypress vine here. The hummingbirds work this all day long. They also work the Mexican petunia here. I've got a little bird bath back there. And I'm going to put it right here in the corner, actually on this anthill. So if you hear me screaming, that's because fire ants are going up my leg. So this is one of my favorite ways of putting these feeders up. This is a tree spike or tree stake from Lowe's. That's the only place I've seen them. They're 8 feet long and about 2 inches around, and they're pressure treated, so they're not going to rot. They've got a point on the end down there, and they're cheap. They're only $8 or so. I've got this post driver here that I use around the farm. If you don't have one, just dig a hole or drive it in with a sledgehammer. But if you're up on a ladder, please be careful. That should do it. Now I'm going to attach a board right here and another one up here for the solar panel. I'm going to go ahead and put this on while it's on the ground. There's no sense doing stuff up on this little step stool when you don't need to. So I'm going to apply the drilling guide right there, and then I'm going to drill these holes right here. And there's no reason not to go ahead and attach this screw. We'll just put the screw in there, get it to my starter, get that one started, and that one started. I want this facing my cypress vines in case the camera can pick those up as well. So I'm going to put it right here. Sun's not on here yet, but you can see by the color of my shirt, it's warm out. That looks pretty straight. Before I put the feeder on here, I'm going to put the solar panel up there. I've got a little scrap of wood that's going to go on top there, and it's just a matter of putting the sticker on here and drilling out the same holes like we just did. So I got the solar panel on there. It's ready to put on here. There's a big pine tree right there that's shading the garden right now. It is very shortly going to hit that solar panel. They give you this Allen key to use. So I just stuck this screw up there so I could see what I was doing. Getting it started. And this is not going anywhere. I can turn it though and plug in the solar panel right here. I checked before I put this up here. My Wi-Fi signal is strong. I've decided to use this just as a hummingbird feeder right now because the hummingbirds are getting ready to migrate, and I will put food in here. But these little hummingbird feeder things screw right into there. I'm going to put one there and one out here a little further to see which one focuses better. I'll pop out the flower, get my nectar. Now this is a standard 4-to-1 mix. I keep it in the refrigerator, but it's been sitting out here since I started this project. The jar is really full. Not going to take a lot. Now I said I was concerned, or am concerned a little bit about ants getting on here. And then I told you I put it in the middle of an ant pile. Well, I put it in the middle of a fire ant pile. And I don't think fire ants like sugar. I think they like human flesh. I am going to add some tanglefoot around here. That'll keep the raccoons and the squirrels off. They don't like this stuff. No one likes this stuff. This is pretty intense. I'm just going to paint a little circle around the whole perimeter of this stake, and that should keep any critters off. This won't last forever. It will melt here in this Georgia sun and kind of cover the a little more than I'm covering right now. But I just need a short band there. I got this at Lowe's too in the clearance aisle because I don't think many people understand what it's used for. But if you have apple trees or pear trees and you have insects that hibernate or spend the winter in ground and then they climb up the tree to lay their eggs in the blossoms or the fruit, you can put this around the trunk of the tree and it will prevent those nasty guys from getting up there. All right, it's middle of the afternoon. Sun's going to hit that solar panel here any second, and I'm going to go up and check the camera. I'm going to put it down a little bit. You can adjust these angles, and you just have to play with that after you have it up there. But that's it. I'm looking forward to seeing the hummingbirds on there.